ये जो कश्मीरियों का ये जो भरोसा है इंडिया गवर्नमेंट पे मेरे ख्याल से हट गया है, वो नहीं भरोसा करेंगे क्योंकि ये जो इन्होंने रिपोर्ट दिया है ये मेरे ख्याल से इस पे कोई सहमत नहीं होगा.
The report just came yesterday about the Shopian incident. It was baseless. How can a woman can be drowned in 2 feet water?
We really don't accept that what CBI has given the report. We really condemn it and we really don't accept that.
It's not a question of trust. Basically, what has happened through so many years now, 62 years, it's all misunderstandings, trust deficit.
You will face the nation, and the question we're raising, will Kashmiris never trust the Indian state? Has Shopian become another example of how Kashmiris can't ever trust the Indian state? Carry on with your voting. We'll carry on with the discussion. Praveen, you know, a lot of the facts, if you read Vrinda's report, the CBI version, it simply doesn't add up. You know, and what doesn't add up, most of all, is that these two women are from Shopian. They would know if the Rambiara Nala was dangerous or not. Why would they choose to cross the path over the Rambiara Nala when there's a bridge right there and take this hazardous route if they knew that this was a Rambiara Nala where they could possibly lose their lives?
That river stretches up a fair way. I'm just curious, did you walk upstream along the river to the orchard?
We walked quite a long way.
Did you walk upstream along the way to the
surely
orchard?
I'm not under interrogation now.
I'm just asking a question, for God's sake. You asked me
yes.
several.
I said yes.
You did. Then you'll have seen that further up, there are several crossing points. There are little Gujar settlements where people bring their animals into the river to be washed. People routinely cross the river upstream. Now, if it had been raining,
the other point, how could they have drowned in unison, in silent unison? Would nobody have heard them? Would one drown before the other, or would two drown together silently?
I do not know. But in that CBI report, there is going to be a massive supporting statements and evidence. All I'm saying is that any person with any sense of responsibility will read those before jumping to judgment.
Are you jumping the gun, Brinda Grover? Are you jumping the gun? Should you be questioning the CBI in this way?
I wish the CBI would do some questioning, and the CBI would stop silencing anybody who raises a question, and that's precisely what the CBI has set itself out to do. After the kind of charge sheeting that has been done, who is going to speak up for what is the truth, and who is going to ask what is the truth? Drowning is not acceptable. I would request any number of people to please visit Shopian and try and prove how anybody could drown. CBI is selling this on the basis of a presumption that this will go because people don't know what the place looks like. If drowning is not acceptable, what could have happened to these women? Who knows the answers? Why was there a cover-up from point A? Why were the clothes of the women not seized? Does the SHO answer this question? No. Does the CBI question the SHO? No. Does the CBI charge sheet the SHO? No. After they have been told by Justice Jam Commission to be prosecuted for dereliction of duty and tampering of evidence.
How can any kind of backdoor conversation that Chidambaram is having with Kashmiri leaders, any kind of rapprochement take place when the state is unwilling to not only be unbiased, but appear to be unbiased? You know, this to an observer could be a case of state bias.
Well, firstly, let me say that every incident in Kashmir, every crime and incident is not being organized by the men in uniform. Let me clarify that, because even somebody in Kashmir, if has constipation, we blame the army for it. So let us. So
let me get your
I think that's really trivializing human rights successes over there. I think that's really unfair to talk about rape and murder of two women and to trivialize it.
I think Kashmir is the only place where rape and murder takes place. I think Delhi...
Yeah, but this is the place where if you question it, you will be charge sheeted. Please tell me one such incident which has happened in any other part of the country, leaving aside Northeast and Kashmir. These are conflict zones. The army holds sway. The democratically elected governments don't hold sway. We have to understand the political reality of Kashmir. If you want to understand, and let's not trivialize, this is the people of Shopian have shown immense courage in standing for justice. We are telling them it's not going to come.
Okay. You're a long-term watcher of Kashmir, like Vrinda. I mean, do you feel that the situation now is at a stage where really it could be jeopardized very easily? And do you feel that there's hope still, or do you feel that these kind of incidents is precisely going to, again, set the clock back and destroy the democratic politics that has now taken root there?
I think there are people who would like to use incidents like this to score a political point.
Do you think Mehbooba Mufti is using this incident?
I think much of what Mehbooba Mufti and much of what various people in various Islamist groups, including the Jamaat-e-Islami, did is really disgraceful. I don't think they have any concern for the rights of these women. I think from the outset, they have been using this incident to score political points. And may I say, much is the same of true many people in the National Conference as well. From the outset, from day one, many of us were saying that those first 2 postmortems carried out under bizarre circumstances, people throwing stones, whatever, were nonsense. Exhume the bodies, conduct a scientific investigation. For 3 months they didn't. I earnestly hope that when one of us gets the time and the opportunity to go through those papers, that we will discover something better has been done. I don't know, but I think we should wait and at least see what they have to say. Vrinda's report was written before those papers were out. Let's see what's in them and then come to a judgment.
So let the evidence come up and then we can decide. At the moment, we shouldn't jump the gun perhaps.
Well, if the evidence would at least point to a direction, if the evidence is saying drowning, I don't know what we are looking for in that.
Right. That remains a pertinent point. How do 2 adult women drown in a nala where there is 2 feet of water? That is a question that is going to bedevil this investigation. On the other hand, as Praveen Swami is saying, we must not jump to conclusions and must wait till all the evidence is tabled. Thanks very much. Mehbooba Mufti, Aditya Raj Kaul, Praveen Swami, Vrinda Grover, thanks very much indeed. And Kashmiris never trust the Indian state. What are you telling us at the end of the show? 56 yes. 44 no, 56 yes, Kashmiris can perhaps never trust the Indian state.